Okay, I'm going to mute everybody, and then when you have a question, well, you can just have it so you can mute yourself. So welcome to Thursday night's team call. I'm extremely excited to be sharing and talking with you guys. A shout out first off right here to Mark Roy, making videos like I tell everybody to do, and he's popping up first thing on my news feed when I hop up here. So shout out to you, brother, for that. I wanted to give you guys or show you guys something before we get started and talk about a couple of things. Today I posted a shout out for the Success Club, results for Success Club last month in July. And for those of you that are new on the team, we call, Success Club is the monthly goal that we should all strive for. But we call it on our team the 3 Lives Club, which means that you are changing 3 lives. And, that's so weird. Somebody drew a thing across the screen with a purple little mark. Can you guys see that? That wasn't me. It creeped me out a little bit. So the 3 Lives Club means that you help 3 people get started on their journey with a Beachbody Challenge pack. For every person that you get started on the challenge pack, whether a customer or coach, that's 2 Success Club points. 2 Success Club points. It's not me. That's 2 Success Club points. And so what we call it is when you hit Success Club 5, you basically helped 3 people get started. So we call it the 3 Lives Club. So I want to show you guys how big this list is. This is everybody that had between 5 and 9 points as a part of our team last month. And then this was awesome as well. 5 Lives Club. This is everybody that helped at least 5 people get started on a challenge pack, whether as a coach or a customer, with some of these people having 30 Success Club points, which means they started 15 people. So that's kind of the standard I set for myself. Is my goal monthly is to make sure that I help at least 5 people get started every month. And I'll be honest with you guys, sometimes I don't know who these people are because I'll get objections or I'll get people that ignore my invites, or they're interested, they say they're going to join, and then they don't, which is what I'm sure some of your questions are going to be about today. So I don't always know how it's going to happen, but that's my main focus on top of the 3 vital behaviors of making sure I do my workout, drink my Shakeology, do my personal development, and then inviting 2 people. That's the end goal, is that I find 5 people in a month to be able to get started on their journey, whether it's as a coach or customer. So I want to give a shout out to everybody on there. I won't read them all off, but you can go check it out on my Facebook wall. Tag your coach friends and just let them know how awesome they're doing. Also, because it's our little group here, I just wanted to give a quick shout out to 3 of my coaches that hit Emerald rank this month. And if any of you guys hit Emerald or anything today as well in our downline, and I don't know about it, you can brag yourself up. I want you to unmute yourself and be like, hey, that's me. I did it. So I just wanted to give a quick shout out to Alejandro Riviera. He started mid-July. He hit Success Club 10 in the end of July as a brand new coach, and he's already at Success Club 10 this month, and he signed his first few coaches, and he became an Emerald coach. Also, shout out to Erica Mendoza. She's been going at it for a few months, and she got Success Club and hit Emerald today, as well as Ingrid and Jeremy Ziegler. They went to Summit with us. Ingrid's been a coach with me for over 2 years, and she hit her Emerald this week. So it was super exciting to see her come out of Summit. That's what Summit does for you guys. So there's my Summit plug for you guys, that you got to be to Summit next year with us. And that's my invitation right now, is write it down, www.coachsummit2016.com. I want you guys to get on the wait list. They've already sold 25,000 tickets to Summit, but there's a wait list. And I can guarantee you they will open it up, and everybody on the wait list will be able to join and go to Summit with us. So what I always tell my coaches when we have a one-on-one conversation, or they're asking if should I go to Summit, I say, if you want to build a business, if you haven't set a goal to go to Summit, then you're not really trying to build a business, because you don't have that end goal to go to the biggest event as a Beachbody coach with us. So make sure that you set that goal to go to Summit. The coaches you see that are moving and shaking on our team right now are the ones that went to Summit. And so I want you guys to be there with us next year. And I know there's conversation already about finding hotels and stuff. So we'll keep figuring that out as we go. But the most important thing is that you get registered, because it's like that commitment to yourself, right? Like I can think of myself as a brand new coach. If I'm sitting here working, I could be in my mind like, okay, I want to hit Success Club 5 and Emerald. But if I don't sign up to go to Summit, there's like some inner belief that I'm not going to build this business. And so I won't be able to buy my plane ticket. I won't be able to pay for my room. Those are all those fears that you have if you're not committing. So let's get through those right now, because we have an entire year. So if you're having something hold you back in that aspect, reach out to your coach, up to your upline, to your diamond, to your star diamond. If that's me, reach out to me and say, hey, that's my fear. How do I get over this? And then I would make that your goal, of paying for that trip with your Beachbody business so that you can take part of it. Because I could show you everybody in here that came to Summit is like on fire. They're making videos of themselves doing size, and they're getting engagement with people, and people are interested in following what they're doing. So it's an amazing thing. I want you guys there. Okay. Enough about that. Also mark your calendar to make sure that you're at the Super Saturday in October. I've just realized that I usually don't talk about Super Saturday until like a couple weeks before, and then people already have plans. So I want to make sure that you go into your coach office to the events and check out the date for Super Saturday in October. It's probably not going to be registered in your area yet, obviously, but you can go in there and mark your calendar so that you have a big spot on your phone that says, don't do anything this Saturday because it's my Beachbody day. So I know many of you guys that I can see on here went to your first Super Saturday as well. Jay, I don't have the exact date. Actually, I do. Actually, I do, Jay. Let me look for it. It's going to be on the 17th, I believe, but double check that. I say that because I'm going to the GoPro event in Las Vegas, and I'm going to go to the Super Saturday in Vegas. So we're going to do one there with all the Beachbody coaches that go to the GoPro event. So that's when Super Saturday is. Whatever that week is, the 14th through the 17th is when I'm in Vegas for that. That's the week of Super Saturday. That's all I know. So, and you'll be able to find it in your coach office and then mark it on your calendar. So with that being said, welcome to August. I'm super excited. I want to make an invitation as well before we go into questions. Have you guys all heard about the Diamond Dash that we're doing, 60-day push to Diamond group? Have you guys all heard about that? If you haven't, go into the Team Dynasty page, or if you're one of my personally sponsored coaches, there's a post in there. Here's a cool little trick I'll teach you. I'll teach you right now. We're going to go look at it. I'm going to show you. I'm going to do some screen sharing today so you can see some of these things that I do to find answers quickly. So I'm going to share my screen real quick so you guys know exactly where it is. So here is my face. Can you guys see it? Can I get a thumbs up from a couple of you guys if you can see my screen? Okay. So this is how you search things in a group. And when I found this out, I was like, hallelujah. This is so much easier than scrolling through posts to try to find something. So what you do is, for example, go to Team Dynasty, and then you can go to search this group. Watch this, Diamond. I'll search Diamond, and I'll hit search right here. All the posts that have Diamond in it are going to pop up. Right here, 60-day Diamond Mine Team Dynasty 20,000 cash prize pot. So here's the post about our 60-day Diamond Mine training. So you can check right here. There's a bunch of people that are registered already. I can't remember the exact number, but I think it's up to like $10,000 of money that's been put in for people registering for the $20. So what it's going to be, I'll give a brief. So if you haven't heard about it and you want to be a part of it, is it has, we've put together 16 trainings. Sagi from Body Beast is teaching on leadership and personal development along with Barbie Decker, or Barbie Khalif now. And she, she is the sponsor coach of Wayne Wyatt, sponsor coach of Josh Spencer, who was top coach in 2010, who was the sponsor coach of Wayne Wyatt, who was top coach in 2011 and 12. So we're going to have, they have a huge organization and team. So Barbie and Sagi will be on one of the calls. We'll have Melanie Mitro, who's a part of our team. She'll be teaching on the leadership ladder and volume and building your business on that level. And then all of our amazing elite coaches and diamond coaches will be teaching as well. 16 calls over the course of 8 weeks. They're going to be Tuesday nights, Wednesday nights. If you can't be on live, they're going to be recorded and posted in the group for you. So what it is you basically can pay $20 to get into this group. And it's kind of like putting money in and then you're more invested to show up. Because I know if I put $20 in, I'm going to show up. So, but the cool thing is what we're going to do is everybody that goes diamond during those 60 days or from the day you registered until now, until the end of the thing, we're going to split that money between all the diamonds. So right now there's $10,000 in there. So let's be, whatever the number is, however many diamonds is, we're going to take that number, whether it's 30 diamonds, 50, 100 diamonds, and we're going to split the $10,000 as a cash reward. So if you want to be a part of that, make sure that you get registered because the deadline is on Sunday to get registered for that. So with that being said, I'm going to open up my Facebook real quick because there might have been some questions in there. But while I'm looking for that, I want one of you guys to ask me a question. And I don't have to be the one that answers it because there's plenty of diamonds on this call that I can see and amazing coaches. So anybody that has the answer, I want you to teach us and share with us the answer. So who out there has a question of some sort? And it could be a beginner question. It could be an advanced question. And I see Sammy. Sammy, hit us. Here, I'll unmute you. I can do it for you. There you go. Okay. Oh, man, we can't hear you, Sammy. I have you unmuted. Your mic must not work. Do you want to type in your question and I'll answer it? Or someone can? And while she's typing that, who has a question for us? Or for anybody in the group? And you can just unmute yourself. I'm looking at the questions in the team page real quick. Don't be shy. Okay, let me get Tim. That's Tim Brown, right?
Yeah. Hey, Scotty.
Yes, sir.
Hey. Okay. So I guess my biggest question is, I'm following the post and everything like that, and how do you really get yourself out there to get started with just inviting people and stuff like that? I mean, I've got a few people that I've talked to, but I want to know how to really get myself out there to get started.
Okay, great question. So I could answer this, but I want somebody that's brand new, that's getting themselves out there and seeing results to answer this question. So I'm gonna name a couple of people that I see on this call. Does it make you guys step outside? Heather, you're smiling, so you know I'm looking at you. So Heather, how are you getting yourself out there? Oh man, wait, you're muted. I'll unmute you. There you go.
Can you hear me now? Okay. So the way I get myself out there is with posts on Facebook. I just share what I'm doing, like my workouts. I share inspirational, motivational quotes, and I just tell my friends and family about it.
Awesome. So those are 3 great tips. Putting her fitness, what she's doing with her fitness out on Facebook, putting motivational quotes on Facebook, and talking to friends and family. Let's ask Jay Teagues. Could you share with us how you're getting yourself out there?
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'm leveraging Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. I've also been dabbling with Periscope, and I just share myself. I post something like with my fitness every day, something inspirational every day, something that I enjoy or my family every day. And I've been posting YouTube videos. I've been basically teaching my personal development that I'm learning, and it's been going pretty well. I get a lot of messages every day. They may not be doing Beachbody, but they're inspired by me in some way. So I'm constantly getting messages. And what I've noticed is there's a lot of people that don't like or comment what I do, but I'll see them out in public. I went to church last Sunday, and a woman that I know there, she came up to me and she just wanted to thank me for what I was doing because her husband's overweight. He's been inspired by what I've done, and he doesn't like or comment on anything that I do. I didn't even know he's watching. but he went out and got a Fitbit. He's got his own little challenge team going, and they're probably going to join one of my challenge groups in the next month or two. So people just share your journey, do your thing, be you, because people are watching you, and you can inspire people. And that inspiration is what leads to people coming on board to be your coaches and challengers.
Yeah, because I've got people that keep commenting when I post stuff about my workouts on Facebook. I was just wondering what else I might really need to do to try and push out there a little bit further. And so I guess I'm going to take a lead from you, Jay, and just try and probably do some more YouTube videos and see what kind of response I get with those as well.
Now, what I've noticed, and I'm on a lot of other like team coaching, and I have a lot of Beachbody coaches on my Facebook, and a lot of them are just like walking commercials. And I'm telling you, they're not getting a lot of likes or comments. It turns me off by watching it. You know, if you're constantly talking about Shakeology and showing it all the time, you're going to alienate people. And that's my opinion. And a lot of coaches are doing it, and they're not having a lot of success. Just be you. You know, plug Beachbody, maybe make mention of your challenge team, get a like page going. I got a like page going, and that's flooded with Beachbody stuff. But I don't like ram it down everybody's throat all the time. Everybody knows you're a coach. You don't have to say it all the time. People know what you're doing.
Yeah.
So don't be like that. And I think people will tend to gravitate toward you more.
Yeah. Okay.
And I'm also leveraging cold market. Like I'm posting on some other local Facebook sites. I got my lead pages set up. I'm getting my freemium set up so I have something to offer people to get more email leads. And so I just signed up a couple coaches, and they were completely like cold market people. So that's where you really want to get to, because what I'm noticing is that my warm market, the people on my friends list, they're kind of drying up a little bit. This is like my 4th month. So you gotta transition and get yourself out there in other avenues. So just think outside the box.
Well, Jay, can I talk to you a little bit later on, and maybe you could show me how to do some of those extra things with Facebook and stuff that I'm just not inclined to know how to do those things?
Yeah, man, just hit me up. Yep.
Yeah.
All right, great.
And for everybody, Tim, here's like my greatest resource. The cool thing about this is all the top coaches in Beachbody give all of their tips on YouTube. Like if you want to know how to use the like page for your Beachbody business, just search social media, top best Beachbody coaches or top Beachbody coaches, social media. There'll be ones on Instagram, like pages, Facebook. You'll see webinar after webinar and training after training on YouTube. So that's like the biggest place that where you can go to learn those things, because they teach you everything that they know.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
To go off of that question, I think it's a very important one, because like Jay said, that's where I've seen people get discouraged, is maybe you do have success right off the start with your warm market. You know, people trust you, and you're like, hey, this is what I'm doing now. This is what I'm excited about. And they go with you, you know, and they sign up as a coach or challenge pack. And then what happens is, if you don't transition into signing up people outside of your warm market, you run out of people to talk to. And that's where you can be like, oh, maybe I'm not cut out for this. But that's not really the case. You've proven that you can do it. So now the thing is, like, how do I get in front of more people, which is, you know, getting out there on social media, YouTube, all those things. And Jay shared so much truth in that. People don't comment and like. I'll give you one specific example that might blow your guys' mind if you haven't heard this before. But I made a post once about paying. I had a goal to pay off my mortgage, okay? And in my first year, I worked my tail off. I started out 2 hours a day. By the end of the year, I was working 5 hours a night, every night, like 8 to 12, 8 to 1, on my Beachbody business, blogging, making videos, connecting with people, you know, and inviting them to join my team. So during this time, I earned, over the course of the entire year, $11,000. And if you do the math on 7 days a week, 4 hours a day, and then divide it, you know, take those, how many hours I worked that year, and divide that, and I made $12,000, it's like 50 cents an hour, right? For my first year as a coach. But I was getting out there. I was showing people transformation stories. But the thing is I took $7,500 from that $12,000, and I made a post about how I was going to pay off my mortgage. And that post was seen on Facebook. Like, a lot of people are like, oh, that's so inspiring. I have debt too. You know, that would be awesome to be able to pay off my credit cards. And there's this girl named Brigitte Linford, who I did not know, who lives in the same town as me, that saw that post on Facebook. And she's like, the thing is she didn't reach out to me. She saw that, and she, her parents owned the home that they lived in because they went through bankruptcy and couldn't get a home. So she really connected with the ability to purchase a home, and she was already trying to running, trying to get in shape, and it was at a plateau. So without ever liking or commenting on any of my posts or reaching out to me, she bought Shakeology, and she did P90X with her husband for 3 months. And she searched so that she didn't click follow. She didn't click add as friend, because she didn't want me to know that she was following me, because she said she didn't want to feel like a stalker or a creeper. So every day she typed my name into Facebook and read my posts, went through her own transformation. And then the day came when she had a transformation where she wrote me on Facebook and she said, hey, this is who I am. This is the story, which is basically what I told you. I've been reading your posts every day for the past 90 days. This may be weird that I'm reaching out to you, but I've seen what you do and I can do that. Will you teach me how? And she went on to do it. And I'll tell you, she's been a coach for just over 3 years. She's made over $1 million between her husband's account and her account. And that's somebody that just followed, like Jay says, where one day they say to you, hey, you've inspired me. I see what you're doing. I can do that too. Will you teach me how to do that? So social media is powerful because I didn't know her. We're the same age. We went to rival high schools, but I didn't know her. But we had mutual friends. So even though all my friends are saying no, and this is not for them, the most likely somebody is going to be connected to somebody that wants to do this with you. But no one will find out about it if you don't just get yourself out there. Make the silly size videos. Take your personal development. Teach it on Facebook. Make a video like Mark's doing every single day. And just stay consistent in that, because they're going to be watching and people will see it. So Misty is our newest coach to hit Success Starter, which means she hit Success Club her first 3 months as a coach. I think she's really good at and I want you to help answer and go into this question a little bit more. Because Misty, on the day she signed up, made a video telling people about, and I use her as an example all the time, how she was a coach. And she even kind of made fun of herself in a way, like you guys are probably thinking, what are you doing as a coach? You're not fit. But she made an invite and let people know what she's doing. And I'm asking you this, Misty, because this is your first month, right, where you've had people actually come to you that you didn't know. Is this correct? Could you talk to us a little bit about how consistency and what kind of things you put on Facebook?
Echo drives me nuts.
I know.
So I just post about my workout. I try not to post every day because I feel like people, they're like, okay, yeah, you're working out, we get it. So maybe every other day, or I'll post a video to kind of change things up or whatever. But I mean, the kind of inspirational, and the people that reached out to me, I had asked probably 3 times to join my groups, and they just straight said no. They would just stop talking to me, and I'm like, fine, that's cool. And then eventually they came to me and were like, oh, one girl said that she tried to join a gym, and she ended up leaving crying because she felt like everyone was staring at her and she was so uncomfortable, and she just wanted to join my group. And now she's I don't know, she's excited. So I felt for her, because I've gone to gyms before and just wanted to die because I was so uncomfortable in my own skin. So, I mean, I dabble in YouTube a bit, and, my videos, which I'm working on. Jay gave me the tip that my hand's shaking. It might be a turn off to people, because I'm it's on a boat or whatever. So I got to, set up shop somewhere.
Awesome. Okay, thank you. So it's getting yourself out there, because there's going to be people watching. And so I want you to know too, I was that person that said no, multiple times. And I said no to Lindsay Matway, the top coach, right? I told her, no, it's not for me. I'm not going to sign up for that. I'm just going to do my workouts and I'll help people. I'll tell people about it, but I'm not going to sign up for that. And here's something I want you guys to know that you probably don't know. it popped up on my timeline, and I was a little bit embarrassed because I can't even imagine that that's how I was 5 years ago. But I put a status on Facebook when I had my 200 friends. I was doing P90X. I had a bunch of salesy coaches trying to sign me up, like making big promises to me, and that's not what I wanted. And I made a status that said, if anybody could actually sign me up as a Beachbody coach, I would destroy it. That's what I said. That was my stat. I think of that now. I'm like, I destroy it. It says that, right? But that was like the person I was before. I was like who I was, my personality. So I was that critic. That's like, and now that thing. No, I'm not going to sign up for that thing. So when I get somebody that tells me no, or that thing doesn't work, or Beachbody, that's so dumb, like I'm going to do this, I'm like, okay, this is perfect, because in like 2 years, you're going to join my team and you're going to be just like me. Because they're so against it. Those people that are so against it, when they're onto it, they're going to be 100% onto it. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So that's how I feel. So kind of have fun with it if people are rejecting you and saying, I don't want to be a part of it. Because those people that are so against it, if they switch one day because they see you change, they're going to be that person that's 100% for it. So let's go to the next question. I'm going to start
say real quick about the getting yourself out there. Like for me, I do blogging, and then I post it on my status and be like, oh, hey, here's a link to a new blog that I'm just doing. And then every couple of days or every week or so, I'll just put a blog or something. And I have a way to track like how often like people look at my blog. It's like some chart thing that I can go in. And every time I post it on my status, people actually, like, the number kind of goes up and up and up for the day, because, you know, you're advertising it on your Facebook, on your Facebook. You can even post it on Instagram, and people will actually go to your blog if obviously you post about it, you know? So that's something that I do. I should probably get more into videos because I'm like super shy about it. But blogging for me has actually put me out there. And then yesterday I posted a picture of my transformation for like the first time ever, and I got over 50 likes on it. And I never get likes on Beachbody, ever. People usually like ignore me. But once you put that transformation up there, it's like, wow, this totally works. And so I got like 1 billion likes on it. Well, not really 1 billion, but you know what I mean. Like, I got a lot more than I usually get. So yeah, I just wanted to put that out there.
Awesome. Thank you. And that's kind of the mindset I went into this. When I decided to do this, it wasn't like, I'm going to dabble in this and maybe it's going to work for me. It was, I'm going to do this. So I think that's important to understand that you got to have kind of that mindset that you're going to do it. You know, because then the little daily things, like when someone doesn't like one of your statuses, you're like, oh, that just wasn't the right time, or maybe I didn't word it right. I'll try again next time a little bit better. But I look at it like a real business, right? If you want to get more clients, attract more great people into your business, you've got to have more. You've got to have more avenues for them to find you. So that's mine's 100% Facebook, a blog, and a YouTube. And my PS coaches, I tell them, I'm going to tell you guys right now, I have 4 vital behaviors. It's the normal 3, and then it's take what I learned in my personal development and teach it on a blog post or a video at least every single day, or on my Facebook every day, and then take that message and put it onto YouTube or onto my blog, you know, every single day. That's a vital behavior for me, because that's a way for somebody to find that post and then be inspired by it and have the desire to watch more of my stuff, see what we're about, and then reach out to me. Are you guys okay if I give you one of my biggest secrets that I realized? I was talking with a top 10 coach yesterday at dinner as we were forming the market council. She recently moved from across the country and lives like 25 minutes away. So we have 2 top 10 coaches now here in Idaho Falls area, which is pretty awesome because we're a small town of 60,000. But here's what I learned. I'm going to ask you guys, and I'm going to let you think about it for a second before I give you the answer. Let's say you have a question, and this is going to help you understand blogging and YouTube a little bit more on top of Instagram and Facebook. Let's say you have a question about something, okay? Let's say you want to do landscaping, and you want to do it by yourself. What are you going to do to find out how to do that? I want you to think about that. Where are you going to search for an answer? on how to do landscaping. Or let's say your faucet's leaky and you want to do it by yourself and you've never fixed the faucet. Where are you going to search? I'm going to let somebody unmute now and tell me where you're going to search for those answers. Okay, they're typing on there. Google, YouTube. And guys, Google owns YouTube. So if you want to be the person that gives answers to people about how to live a healthier, more fulfilling lifestyle, or how to get in shape, or how to build a business, or how to be happier, or how to get out of debt, or how to pay off credit cards, or how to live your life with purpose, all these answers. If people are searching for those things, you have the ability to write blogs about that stuff so that they find you, or make videos about that stuff so that they find you. If somebody wants to become a Beachbody coach, or somebody wants to, maybe they saw insanity on the infomercial, but they're not brave enough to buy it from the infomercial. They want to research it. Where are they going to search? YouTube, Google. So that's the mindset that I took as I built my business, because I was that person. I did P90X, and I'm like, wait, what's this Beachbody coach thing? I've been trying to figure out how to start a brick and mortar business so my wife doesn't have to work. You're telling me I can build a business with Beachbody? Scotty, at his job, now goes to YouTube and Google. What is a Beachbody coach? How do I become a Beachbody coach? Who are the best Beachbody coaches? Those are the things that I search. So I decided that if I wanted to find people like me for my team, I have to write my posts and make my videos to attract that person that was me sitting in my cubicle searching for those answers. So the thing is I see a lot of people only building on Facebook or Instagram. People don't look for answers there. People go there when they're bored. People go there to fill a void in their day. So they're just browsing it, and maybe they find your post and they're like, oh, that's cool. Maybe I'll look into that. And then one day they're like, and if you do it enough on Facebook and Instagram, you own what's called real estate in their mind. So when they are ready, they'll come back to you if you're consistent. But if you want a high quality, motivated person that's ready to change their life, you got to find the person that's searching for an answer, and then you are their answer. And that's what a blog and YouTube or a blog and videos will do for you. Does that make sense? Does that help guys a little bit understand my mindset why that's a vital behavior for me? That's why I go out and I do that every single day. I make a video every day. I talk about my goals every single day on video and where I'm going, because people want to follow somebody that's confident about where they're going. When I reached out to Lindsay and said, hey, I'm thinking about joining as a coach, guys, she was a coach for 3 months when I wrote her that message. And I found her YouTube video saying, hey, this is where I'm going. I'm a broke, in-debt bartender. My daughter was born premature with these problems. And I was like, okay, I'm broke. And if you're going there, I'm going to go with you. Like, you know where you're going. Nobody else is talking about where they're going. They're just not making all these promises to me. But you're telling me where you're going, and I'm going to just hop on and I'm going to go with you. So realize that she attracted me in after 3 months being a coach. And she didn't have success. She wasn't a diamond coach yet. You know, she wasn't a star diamond elite coach. She wasn't a top 10 coach, an elite top 10 coach. So you guys get to make that decision of right now, today, like, who am I? Where am I going with this thing? So, okay, let's get another question. I'm going to look at these questions on here so I can answer one. But if you got a question, pop it out at us. And anybody can answer. Google.
Hey, Scotty.
Who do we have?
Mike.
Mike, what's up, bud?
I got a question about challenge groups. Just real quick about, like, how do you handle, like, I was noticing this week, so I've been pushing challenge groups, getting my first challenge group going. It starts next week. And but I was wondering, how do you market those challenge groups? Because, you know, Facebook is not like a website, so you can't, like, I mean, you could put a banner up in your cover letter, but then again, it's part of that whole spammy feeling where everybody goes, hey, there he is advertising his challenge group again. So yeah. I found more success in obviously direct messaging people. I just talk to people directly, or people like next door. I actually find in person, they actually respond a little bit better too. But how do you, so you're juggling Instagram and YouTube and Facebook, and I'm like, okay, I put a challenge group ad over here, but then within an hour, it's literally off the feeds, you know, and then same thing with Facebook, within an hour or two or a few minutes, depending on how popular my feeds are, depending on how many friends my friends have, it's gone instantly. So if I don't keep reposting it, and if they didn't write down those dates, I've got a calendar on my website that shows the events that are coming up, but if nobody's constantly checking there, how do you keep those challenge groups fresh in their mind in those dates without overwhelming them?
So one thing that I do on that, I start a new challenge group every single month. But what I do is I have a specific goal. Like one of my weekly goals is to make sure I share one transformation story a week.
Okay.
Fitness transformation. And I just say, hey, if anybody's been looking to get started and hasn't, however I word it, specific to that transformation, if any of you guys have ever felt like this, please feel free to reach out to me. And let's talk about how we could perhaps help you be our next success story or whatever. So, and if you, as a brand new coach, I understand you don't have success stories yet. You don't have people with transformations yet. Carl Deichler has given us permission to use any of the $500 daily winners on our Facebook, on our YouTube, on our blogs.
Yeah.
You can use any of them from our team. I save them all in my website, in my blog. So you get to just take the picture. I've already asked for permission to use anything that's on my blog. Just put it and just say, hey, check out. So for example, I'm looking at Shane here. Check out Shane Madigan. He just won. He's a member of my Beachbody team. Say my Beachbody team, because we're all a part of the same team. He's a member of my Beachbody team. In the last 90 days, this is what he did. These are his results, and he won $500. And then he went on to win the monthly winner $1,000 just by completing this program. And then you can ask the question, what would you do with an extra $1,000 just for getting healthier? And so I think if you do that consistently, and then you do those messages, which are the most important thing. Jenny Haushin's one of my one-star diamonds. We were at a team retreat last year, and she's like, that's the part that everybody misses. The daily conversations, the Facebook messages where you're just building a relationship with people. And she called it's the unsexy thing of Beachbody. It could be the most mundane activity, because you're just talking about their family. And if you're doing that with a lot of people, it can seem like, is this really even doing anything? But what I've learned, Michael, is let's say you teach your personal development every day on a video or on a post. You share one transformation a week on your Facebook. And then your blog and your YouTube's all separate stuff to attract the outside crowd. You're doing that. Here's what it does. Here's what Facebook does. When you guys are messaging, even if it's not a direct invite, they're seeing more of your posts. Like Facebook recognizes when you guys have conversations in a relationship, and it makes them see more of your stuff. So that's why that is like one of the most important things is those conversations. Like I sit down every day from about noon till 3, and I do all my follow-ups. I usually have about 40 follow-ups a day. And then I answer everybody that writes me in that same day. I do that all at once in one block of time. In mine, obviously, I'm a full-time coach, so I can do 4 hours of that or 3 hours of that. When it was in the beginning, it was 2 hours or an hour and a half. But those conversations, what that was doing, it was helping them see everything that I was doing on Facebook more often. And then also, it's showing that you're genuinely interested in them. As long as not every time you're like, hey, join my challenge group. Hey, why haven't you joined my challenge group? No, my questions are, hey, I was thinking about you today when I was listening to Les Brown. Have you ever heard about him? I want you to listen to this 5-minute audio. Like, I really think it could help you in XYZ, whatever their struggle is we've talked about in the past. I can tell you my cousin, Ted, I don't know if he's on this call, but he signed up as a coach right after our coach opportunity call last week. He called me right after. He's like, how do I sign up? And I'll tell you what I did. We had the conversations, the text messages, and then I sent him the Slight Edge audio. I was like, dude, I can't really, something like this. I was like, I can't believe I haven't shared this with you. This is the audio that I listened to in 2011 when I began my health and fitness transformation to help me do this long term. I want you to listen to it because I know you're interested in your health and fitness. He listened to it, and then that made him want to get on the call at night because he texted me. He's like, dude, all this time he's like, I understand you now. I know why you do what you do. I know how you've built this huge business that you have now. And it was from just sharing the personal development with him. That private conversation. I wasn't inviting him. I wasn't selling him anything. I was adding value to him, giving him something to help him realize what he could do with his life. And then, that made him want to jump on the call, the coach opportunity call, where he's like, oh, crazy. This is awesome. It's not that much to sign up as a coach. I thought it was more. He called me, said, sign me up. So that's the importance of those unsexy, as Jenny, think of it as your unsexy thing you have to do every day, the behind the scenes messaging. So Michael, there's the long answer to your question on how to advertise your challenge groups. Okay. Let's see. I'll see if I can find another question. Shane, actually, I'm going to ask Shane right now because Shane was recently a $500 winner, daily prize winner. Then he won the monthly challenge, $1,000. He was in the running for the quarterly prize of $5,000. So Shane, I'm going to make you get out of your comfort zone a little bit. Could you share with us a little bit your story so that so each of us can learn a new story that we could perhaps share on our Facebook page?
Sure. When I decided to do the Body Beast program, that was something that I actually saw on television. I got the program by itself. It wasn't in a challenge group or didn't do the challenge pack. And I think I did exactly what you were talking about. I was interested in it, and I think I saw you on YouTube. And because I asked some questions about it, and then I think I looked you up on Facebook, and I think that's how we got connected. And I messaged you, and I believe we started texting a little bit about getting some supplements and Shakeology. But I remember at the time you asking me about, shortly after I started, about becoming a coach. And I thought at the time it was just really kind of ridiculous. I mean, I'm learning now that, my thought was, how could he ask me to be a coach? I mean, I'm older, I'm fat, I'm hurt. I don't think he really knows, I don't understand that. But I'm realizing now that your faith wasn't necessarily in me, but it was in Beachbody and the product. And one of your precepts, your tenets, in asking someone to join a Beachbody program is that, do I actually believe if they were to sign up for one of Beachbody's programs, if they were faithful to it, did the nutrition, did the Shakeology, were committed to it, would they see results? Would they feel better and look better, and would they be happy about it? And the answer is yes, because I can see it in my own life. And so these are some of the things I'm learning. But at the time, when you asked me to be a coach, I said no. I said, let me lose 20 pounds first, Scotty, and I'll get back to you. So that was my initial reaction. But then as I was doing the program, I really wanted to complete the program because I was hurt. I wasn't interested in losing a lot of weight or getting ripped or anything like that. And at that point, I became a coach because I thought it would help me complete the program, that I'd have skin in the game, that it would help motivate me to do it. And it did. It honestly did. And then it was after I did the Body Beast program that I started pursuing, or as I was doing it, I started pursuing the coaching opportunity. So I didn't sign up as a coach initially. It wasn't my plan to, but now that I am, I'm extremely happy that you reached out to me to ask me and to explain to me a little bit about the opportunity, because you knew what I didn't know. You know that this is going to help me in a lot of different ways, becoming a better person, just all around. See, you knew that going in, and I didn't. And that's what I think is extremely important. What I'm learning now as a coach, how this opportunity isn't just about getting muscles. Okay, it's about helping people learn, right. Giving them hope, and just helping them all around. It's a phenomenal thing, I'm thinking of a verse where the Lord says, I know the plans that I have for you. They are not for calamity, but they're for your welfare, for a hope, and for your future. And that's what this company is doing. I mean, you see these grand prize winners and me taking people from a point of calamity. I'm not talking about a girl losing 5 pounds to get into a bikini. I'm talking like, Mother Teresa stuff, pulling people out of the gutters of Calcutta, okay? People that are desperate and in despair and hurt, and not only helping them and healing them, but giving them hope and giving them a future. May not necessarily be Beachbody, but it allows them at that point that they can dream again. They can feel good. So I'm really jazzed about Beachbody. It's going to take a while for me to get the business side going, but just growing as a person, I've learned so much. Setting up PayPal and sending you the money about an hour ago, Scotty, that was a trip. I hope that answers some of your questions, or I just wanted to share a little bit about that.
That was awesome, Shane. That was my favorite part by all means of this entire call. We can finish it now. We can close it out. No, Shane, I just have to tell you, man, I think that opened eyes to many coaches on here, the importance of us just telling people about this and inviting people to be a part of this. And one thing I have to say, you've got, like, the way you were speaking right there, you've got to get in front of a camera more often, man. Because like I was moved, you got to get on YouTube, you got to make Facebook videos, just teach, just being you, sharing that, because there's other people out there. If you share about how you've come out of this or how this is changing you like that, and you just get loud about that, there's other people that are going to connect with you. They're going to be like, man, Shane is figuring this out. Like, I want that. Yep. And they're going to reach out to you the same way that you reached out to me for help, with your Body Beast program. And the one thing I want you guys each to know is that you may not be at your goal weight. You may not be at your business goal yet, but realize that we all have the very same gift that we can give somebody, right? Of just being a part of this. Shane has the same thing to give anybody that I have to give them. We have the same team calls. We have the same company, the same product. And it's just the only thing is being able for you to connect to that person and say, hey, you should try this. Like, I know this will change your life. So I want you guys to write down something real quick so you guys can ask yourself this every morning, because it's what I did for a long time. I don't know best way to write this down. So I'm going to ask you this question. So if somebody does 30 minutes of our workout program every day and follows the meal plan and drinks their Shakeology every day, if they do those, so follow their program, drink their Shakeology, 30 minutes of workout a day and clean eating. If they read at least 15 minutes of a good book or listen to 15 minutes of good audio a day, and if they connect with 2 people a day and share their message with people and make connections with people, genuine connections, and then be a part of surrounding yourself with awesome people like Shane and Michael and Misty and everybody that shared today, surrounding themselves with those types of people, will their life improve? And I want to see a nod if you think it will. Anybody that does those 3 things. Okay, now here's the question on top of that I want you to ask yourself every single day. Who should I tell about Team Beachbody? Who should I invite to be a coach today? Okay. Whoever is breathing, Caroline, whoever is breathing, everybody should know about this. And that's how I feel every day. I feel obligated to at least tell them about it. Yes, I care if they join or not, because I know how it's going to change their life, but I'm not going to depend my day or my success on whether they decide this is for them or not. And if you can just grasp that concept and just every day make that your goal, is to introduce this to somebody, find out what they want, and say, hey, I got an answer for you. You talk to your dad and you're like, hey, Dad, I was listening to this guy named Shane last night. He's 50. This is how it's changed his life so far. I believe it can help you as well. I know you struggle with back pain. I know you struggle with eating correctly. Like, I think you should be a part of this. And make that invite. Are you willing to try this for 90 days? Just making that bold invite to people. So we're going to invite everybody. So We got 10 more minutes before I got to run. Who else has a question? Mark. Okay.
All right. I just have a quick question about YouTube. I don't know if you have like any quick tips or whatever, but like when I upload a video or whatever, it asks for like I think it's keywords or tag words.
Yeah.
Or something. Can you put as many tag words in, and is it something like if I want to find my own video or whatever, and it's about changing your mindset. So if I were to type in like change your mindset in the keywords or whatever, is that what those mean?
Yeah, that's the keywords you want. The keywords you choose are what you want to. So think about the person you're trying to get to watch your video or attract. What are they typing when they're looking for an answer? When they're looking for help with something, what are they typing? Like for example, we'll go outside of Beachbody. How to fix faucet. So your keyword is going to be fix faucet, fix leaky faucet, repair faucet yourself. Those are the keywords that you're going to use, if that's the video that you're making. So, if you want to attract somebody to do Body Beast or to do size, you're going to put size. You're going to put, like, for example, my size videos, I'm trying to attract people that want to get healthy as a family. They've been looking for something to do as a family. So I'm doing like best family workout, family home workout, kid workout, family, dance workout, family. Those are my keywords because I'm trying to target the person that searches for, what's the best workout for my kids? Keyword, workout for kids. Does that make sense? So if you're trying to attract an entrepreneur into your business and you're doing personal development videos, how to build business, entrepreneur tips, online business, health business, fitness business, online health business, online fitness business. So those are the things, if you want to attract that person, those are the keywords. You want to type the keywords, you want to be what they're typing in to into their search bar. And then but that video's got to be related to that. You've got to have some of those keywords come out in your actual words, So that's why you hear me, hey, I want to teach you guys how to build a business, or I want to teach you some tips on how to become an entrepreneur in my videos, because those are some of my keywords, but I'm speaking about that as well and then giving tips on that. So top secret tricks right there. Okay. Anybody else have some questions? Oh, one other thing about YouTube while I have you. Like, it was Michael that was saying on Facebook, guys, you can have an awesome video and the next day it's gone. It's gone. It may never pop up again. Like I put my pants on with no hands and I got like 90,000 views on my Facebook video. It doesn't pop. No one sees it anymore, right? But if you have a video on YouTube, that thing lives forever and it can be searched today. Someone can't go on Facebook and search and find your video from last year. So that's the important thing about a YouTube video. And anytime you have a good video on Facebook, put it on YouTube. You're not going to get views right away, but I put both of my videos on Facebook and YouTube. So, okay. Who else?
Can I ask one more question?
Yes, sir.
Is there anything, again, I don't know in the Beachbody, like the terms and conditions or the legalities or something, I mean, is there anything against monetizing our videos on YouTube?
No, I don't think there. I don't monetize mine, but you can.
Okay, because I hear, just from work and stuff that if you monetize, they're more likely to push more traffic to your videos because they're making money off of those. So
yeah, they place a little ad on it. I know they place a little ad.
Because I wasn't getting a lot of views, and then I monetized mine, and the next thing you know, I started getting an influx of views within a day. Okay. So it's just a little thing.
Michael, what you want to do is email compliance at teambeachbody.com and say, hey, is it okay to monetize videos on YouTube?
Perfect. Thank you.
How do you do that?
Monetize?
About like Google AdSense, or is this another?
I've never done it.
No, you just go into your into your YouTube account, and you'll see there's an option to turn on monetization, and then you can choose which ones you want to use, whether you want the full ads that play before that they let you skip, or if you just want a bar. And anytime someone clicks on that, obviously they pay you. So you just have to have a Gmail account set up. But I just don't know if there's a legality with, in terms of confliction with Beachbody, because I know Beachbody runs ads on there. So I'm not sure if there's a compliance issue. So I'll message them, and I'll let you guys know on the next call when I find out.
Yeah, message compliance and let us know. That's perfect. Okay. All righty. Anybody else have a question before we rock and roll out of here? This was awesome. I kind of like Q&A.
So do I.
Is that Michael?
Yeah.
Is that Michael?
Hey, so how critical are using tags in Facebook posts? Because I feel like if you do a bunch of tags, it looks kind of spammy, but I do see people doing it who are good at coaching too, so I don't know.
I've never placed a tag or a hashtag on a Facebook post.
Okay.
The only time I do is when I make a funny one. Like if I make something that I want someone to laugh, I make a long funny one. But like legitimately, I don't put like hashtag Beachbody, hashtag P90X, none of that stuff.
Okay.
I'll usually make a video or a post, and when I post it on Instagram is really big on hashtags, and it works incredibly well in Instagram. So when you post it in Instagram and hit the Facebook tag, that's usually why you see all the hashtags, because somebody's posted it into Instagram and tagged it into Facebook.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, because it carries over the whole status and all the tags if you share it from your Instagram. That might be what you're seeing.
Okay, that makes sense.
Perfect. I've been adding the YouTube link. Okay, awesome. Let's take one more. Don't be shy. If you're shy, you're ready to get out of your shell, I want you to ask a question. Let's hear it.
I have a question.
Yes, and who are we talking with on the phone?
Leslie.
Hey, Leslie.
Every video that you put on YouTube, do you also put it on Facebook?
Can you repeat that?
Every video that you put on YouTube, do you also put it on Facebook?
I don't personally do that. I put every video I make on YouTube, yes. But I only I only get a select few to upload directly to Facebook as well.
Okay.
But I put everything on YouTube. And I never really did Facebook video until I went to the Impact Marketing Academy, and I was at the VIP party with Shalene, and spoke on YouTube on how to market yourself with YouTube and video.
Okay.
He was talking to me. This is what he said. He was just asking. He's like, how many videos they have? And I was like, I got like 810. He's like, what do you do? And I was like, I told him Beachbody. And he's like, what's your rank? How's your business and company? I told him we're the top male Beachbody coach. He's like, how many views do you have on your channel? And I told him, he's like, dude, that's why you're the top. Simply that act of having 820 views, you're connecting with more people at a higher quality connection because of video. That's why you're at where you're at. It's obvious. And then he said, like, do you have any videos that get great traction? And I was like, I have a few. Most of mine are only 500. I have a couple of videos like sacrifices or 10 things I do every day that have like 20,000. But the majority are like 200 views at the most, or 200 to 500. And he's like, those videos that get the most traction, it's already proven to be a great video. People like it. So you need to take that file and upload it to Facebook just to get it onto more mediums. So that's when I started taking some of my videos and putting them onto Facebook as well.
Okay. So I need to transfer myself to YouTube, I guess.
Yeah. And don't watch your videos. If you're planning on making videos, don't watch them, because you'll critique yourself and then you won't post them.
No, I kind of like post them and then watch them afterwards.
Hey, don't watch them. No, don't even watch them.
No? Okay.
No. Unless you're okay with it. And as long as you're not going to delete it.
People like to see my videos. I don't know. I haven't posted that many, but the ones that I do post, people they really like them.
Here's my advice. Give the people more of what they like.
Okay.
What they like.
And it's usually the personal development messages that they like to hear.
Those are the ones that people like from me as well. And like Shane says, we're about hope, right? So when you do personal development messages, that's what you're doing. You're spreading hope.
Right. And then someone was talking about monetizing videos. Me personally, I wouldn't go that route.
Yeah. I'm not going to monetize mine.
Only because I feel like I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm trying to help people. So I'm not going to be attracting people if they're not, I don't know. Like am I explaining? I'm not really explaining myself, but.
Oh, I understand that. Yeah, that makes sense. Absolutely.
Like I'm giving them free help.
Yes.
So they're gonna automatically trust me instead of making them pay for something and then, does that make any
They're
sense?
not paying.
Yeah. I guess the thing, like the reason I wouldn't do it is that I don't want, like if they come to watch my video, I don't want them like to have to listen to that ad and then hit the skip ad button. Honestly,
right.
Like, I want them to, if they want to listen to my message, to just come listen to it. So,
right.
Okay. There was a question from Sammy. I'm going to answer real quick before we go. What was it? What's the best thing to say when you're rejected? So the best thing for me when I'm rejected, I can't remember. Read the book, Go for No. Go for No. Read that book. We also had a team call where the author spoke on our team call from the author of Go for No. But here's how I look at it. It depends on who I'm talking to. But I just tell them, I'm like, oh, that's, if they're like, no, that's not for me. I'm like, oh, perfect. I just want you to know that if you ever need anything, I'm going to be here for you. Or if if you find somebody that's struggling with, some of the things we talked about, just know that I'm here to help them as well. So I think the most important thing is you always just leave somebody with a good taste in the mouth, that you added value to them, you made them feel good. I think that's a big mistake people make, is someone will be interested and then they're not, or they don't follow through. And even though you don't say anything mean to them, they can tell that you're upset, and then they'll never come to you if that's the case. So you have to be able to just say, hey, like, that's totally okay. Like some of my best friends, I would joke with them. They're like, no, dude, that's cool. And I had friends that saw me get my business to 10,000, saw me retire, saw me become top 10, saw us become $1 million earner with Beachbody, and they were still saying no. And that whole time in the beginning, I was like, okay, man, you're my best friend. I just don't want you to be pissed off when I'm at Hawaii, or I'm in Cancun, or I'm in the Dominican Republic, and you're sitting at work. So that's the only reason I'm telling you, because I don't want you to be upset in the future for not telling you that you could do this with me. That's the only reason I'm telling you, because I don't want you to be mad in the future when this is my full-time job. So, like, I take that approach if it's someone that I really know. It's like, hey, I just don't want you to be upset with me when I've built up, when I'm in Cancun with my friends, at a Beachbody event, or I'm in Nashville and you want to be there, but you can't because of your job. That's why I want you to know about this, that it's a possibility for you to do this with me as well. So that's what I do when people tell me no that are friends. I'm like, oh, that's totally fine, but I just don't want you to be upset with me in the future saying, why didn't you tell me about this? So I think that's a great approach. Why didn't you tell me about this? I don't want you to say that to me in the future. So there's that approach. And then the other one, I just say, hey, I'm totally okay with that. And one thing I said in the beginning, and I still say it today, and I said it back in April 2011 when I first started, if they told me no, that's not for me, or I'm not interested, I just said, okay, that's totally cool. I'm working with a lot of people, and I want to make sure that I give my energy to those that are ready for this change. And if you're not ready, when you come to me in the future, then I'm going to be here for you 100%. So that's kind of another one. And then, I said that before. I had success with Beachbody. I am working with a lot of people, and a lot of people at the time was 5 people that were interested and 0 buyers, right? Hey, I'm working with a lot of people on their goals right now. It's totally cool if you're not ready, because I understand I wasn't ready for 8 months. Then just relate with them. I wasn't ready for 8 months. Now I could say I waited 8 months too long, but I understand that you're not ready, because I went through that phase as well. But when you are ready, I'll be here to give you 100%. So does that help you, Sammy, kind of have some ideas on how to take the rejection or objection? Okay. Awesome. Well, I better get going. I got to get my kids in bed and run to band. So thank you, guys. What we're going to do, obviously, what we talked about today, we're going to go way more in depth about this business and social media in the diamond training. I have to give my wife a shout out because I'm only allowed to do 1 call a week. But for 60 days, she's letting me do 3 calls, our Thursday night one, and then these diamond calls, just because she knows how important it is for me to do this diamond group with you guys and for my coaches. So we're going to be doing that. I have a question for you guys, though, right now. So before we go, because I want your guys' opinion. What do you guys want on Thursday nights? Do you want to do, like right now I have it, we do a training one week, what is coaching opportunity webinar, the next week a training, a what is coaching webinar. We do like every other week we invite people to learn what Beachbody coaching is. During these 60 days of the diamond training or during July and August, do you want to do a training every other Thursday and a Beachbody coaching opportunity every Thursday? Or do you want to do straight all coaching opportunities for the next 60 days? So we always have somewhere to invite people to. And then I'll have one of you guys each time give the presentation. What do you guys prefer? You can type it in there. A training and a coach opportunity or all coach opportunity for the next 60 days. Opportunity, every other coaching opportunity. I think that's what I was feeling, but I wanted to see if that was okay with you guys. And remember, just like my cousin, all it took were those conversations, gave him an audio book, sent him to that. I couldn't even get him on the phone or convince him via message that he should be a coach. It wasn't until he listened to that audio and got on that call that he was 100% all in on coaching, right? So that's how powerful the coaching webinars are if you can invite people to it. So what we can do, Sammy, we'll do we'll make the coaching webinars shorter. We'll try it for 30 minutes and then 15-minute question and answer for prospects. And even the coaches can ask questions. That way the coach prospects can see how willing people are to give answers to their questions as a brand new coach. Does that sound good? Okay, so what I'm going to need for you guys is volunteers to help me present on the what is coaching. I have the slides, so all I need is help from either you can do it all by yourself or we can someone can do it with me. Like Michael and I could do one slide. I do a slide. Mike does a slide. I do a slide. Sammy, you and I can do it. Sammy does a slide. I do a slide. You can do all the slides. Whatever you guys want. I know Shane wants to do one. So what I'll do is in the team page, I'll just make a document for the next 60 days of Thursday nights, and we'll put you guys down for doing the coach opportunities with me. So, okay, let's do it. And then remember, Lindsay's going to have team calls on Monday still, trainings, if you guys need a training every week. So there we go, guys. I'll make sure to get that posted in the group right now so we can figure out who's going to give these opportunities. And then just remember, your goal is to connect with people, new people, invite them to listen to those live calls with us and let them educate themselves through all of you guys as coaches on if Beachbody is for them or not. Sound good? Okay. Love you guys. We'll see you guys next week.